Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Training System, and this is Saturday, the 9th of April, 2022, and this is the weekly technical analysis for the Euro, the Cable, and the Aussie dollar for the second week of April. Let's begin with Euro, and it has finally broken down below the lower trend line of this channel. And I've started to drift lower since Tuesday, dropped below the 00 here, 109 again, where it has dipped lower before. It didn't quite get down to retest the swing low yet. But if we take a quick look at a reversal Fibonacci here, you can see that it has already hit the 138 Fib extension. And after this doji on Friday, yesterday, we'll see if it's able to climb back up to either retest this Fib area down here and then continue lower. But it could consolidate ahead of this coming Thursday's ECB rate and policy decisions coming up. So we'll see if that will have any impact to either trigger a move for it to recover or for it to continue lower. Let's also take a quick look on the weekly time frame, and you can see that that was the bearish close for the week, and there could be continuation lower. There is a key support just below this swing low as well. So remind ourselves where that came from. Oh yes, that was from way back a previous swing low here. We can adjust this one now to this level. So that was at low was 107.67. Okay, and on we'll see whether it's going to drop that low. Let's move this up here now. Okay, so this zone now be a potential resistance zone. And we can move this one away and likely have this here between these two Fibs with this swing low. All right. So this swing low was at the let's see here, it's at the 108, just above 108. So let's mark another 00 level. Okay. So US dollar has been on another rally to push up higher. So it has hit a significant peak. So we'll see if this is also going to stall down here and try to recover back up. And there's likely another resistance zone above that, right back up to the 110 round figure, and also aligned with the 78.6 retracement of this reversal move down. Okay, so ECB on Thursday, and prior to that, the Eurozone and German ZEW economic sentiment figure. And then Friday is already a holiday for European region and UK, and as well as the Australian area. Let's also take a quick look on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, it was consolidating quite a bit for most of the week at the beginning of the week, after falling off, after initially dropping down and dropping to the 110, then consolidated around the 110 until Friday, where it's dipped down a bit lower. Okay, let's also take a look at the US dollar index and the DXY to see how it correlates with the euro here. So here's the DXY, and from the start of the week, as a climb up from this 21 pip retracement here, and broke through the resistance as previous swing high, and punched through just to hit the 100 round figure before pulling back. That was just yesterday on Friday. So it has pushed through to finally reach a round figure. So this area now is going to be support, and let's see here. We'll mark the resistance later, but for now, let's use this as support zone. $99 is also going to be support. Let's make it a darker. Can remove this one here. And if let's move this Fibonacci to a reversal on this swing low to this swing high, and yes, it has reached 138 pip retracement here, right at the 100. So it pulls back into this swing low. That's the support level. And below that, let's remove this here. So 99 is right there with the 78.6 retracement. So remove this one here. Okay. So we'll see whether this is a strong retracement signal or a reversal signal with this shooting star or almost a doji, where it could just drift down and come back up to retest the 100 again before retracing further back down to 99. So we'll see over the first half of next week whether it's going to attempt to retest 100 and whether it's going to break through the 100. We shall see. Because above that, there's the 162 fib extension. So at the 100 and 100.35 area. And let's mark this up here as resistance. Now, if we also align it with this fib from the more recent swing low, or not a recent swing low, but a past swing low from October of last year, we had initially used this continuation fib for a while, and it has a confluence with this reversal fib, right, to that same level as well. So this is a 200 fib extension, so that's double of this move. So let's see whether there's any opportunity for it to break through this 100 and just to hit the this 162 fib extension as well, confluence with this 200 fib extension, and that's at the 135, 100.35 level. All right. And below that, it's also further another support, this area below the 99 as well. Okay. All right, so let's move back to the other pairs. Let's move on to the cable, where it has also similarly drifted lower, but this time the cable has dipped lower to test the swing low before finding some support and pull back up on Friday. So this resistance zone is quite safe, and I think we can move it back down to the 132 level. This area here as well, 131 is a possible short-term resistance, but let's move it here to the 21 fib. Retracement level. This is still the support level here, and also aligned with this 130 round figure. Now it did dip lower just slightly, and if I at the weekly pivots here. And you can see this this hit the weekly S2 pivot precisely. This is at the 129.83 level, and this swing low was at 129.82. So right there, the spike through just to hit the weekly S2 before bouncing back up. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. It's the long tail and the long wick down here after bouncing back up. And it has been consolidating last week in this area and continued to consolidate for most of this week, last week as well, before just on Friday started drifting lower and just to hit that weekly S2 pivot before bouncing back up. Let's remove this level here, this consolidation zone. Let's move it out. And if it does dip even lower, there is the next key round figure zone. That's another, that's 129 here, and is on. Let's go to the weekly time frame. There's a whole area of support down here. Let's take a look at this weekly time frame, and it's a long wick spinning top for last week, and it has been gradually drifting lower and lower, so it could continue lower next week as well to drift lower down into this big area of support. So down all the way to the 128.50s area. So below the 129. Let's see whether there's any trigger to drive it lower from these news, a couple of news next week, the jobs and UK CPI. Or there could be consolidation after testing this swing low. All right. And UK as well will also have a holiday on Friday for Good Friday. Okay, let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And on Tuesday, there was a spike higher after the RBA statement, and took advantage to break out above this rising bullish channel and spike through just to hit the 200 pip extension of this reversal move that we had marked a while ago, and it did reach the 200 pip before strong pullback and retracement back down into this swing high area, right down to this swing high area and the lower channel trend line into this support zone. So this was major test of this 200 pip extension and sell-off after that. Okay, so this is a pretty explosive move on the Tuesday and drop back down. So now we'll see if there's a short-term bounce back into this resistance zone. And if it does break into this zone, watch out for a rejection and continuation lower. So below this and a breakdown of this channel. And this could be potential head and shoulders here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. Whether it's able to recover, find its footing, and drive through this resistance zone again to either test the round figure at 76. That's a possible setup and scenario. We'll see. And only jobs report next week. Let's move this here. So this is still a key resistance zone. I think we can, this is a very, very safe support level here. If it does break down, then we could move this up to this next 00 level at 74. And we can also just add this swing move to the fib and see where it can retrace back to. This will be the 50 fib area. So yes, this area just around with the round figure 74. All right, let's move up this consolidation out. That was just waiting for the RBA news. Okay. So watch out for the Aussie dollar next week. Could be a short-term bounce, and watch out for this zone between 75, let's say 75.30 to this swing high area at 75.55 area. So this zone, watch out for that zone for next week. Okay, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen. Have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.